You are a man of many talents, and we've mentioned a little bit, but I want us to mention a little bit about the book that you wrote. Is writing a book ever part of what you thought that would ever happen?
Actually, yes. I've always wanted to write books since I was a kid, actually. I just didn't know I was going to write kids' books. But
How did this one come about?
yeah, okay. So this, as I said, the books, the kids' books that I have now. So there are several actually. I've written all the songs in Further Studies are a book. There are 12 songs, I believe. There are 12, and every song is a book. That's how I wrote even the music. I'm telling stories to my son. All those are stories that I'm telling, singing and telling him. And I just felt people would, as personal as it is, people would still relate and connect to it, kids and parents alike. So just to go back, yes, writing is something that I've always wanted to do. I was very, inshas and compositions were my best things. Used to really thrive actually in those two places. Languages also are my top subjects in terms of how I performed. So Kiswahili, English, French. That's why I continued with French at Alliance. And I've always, I remember even when I was, I think, 10 years old, there was a book I was writing. I can't remember. If I find that book, I'll be the happiest human ever. I don't know what it is. I don't remember what I was writing about, but I think I'd written almost 100 pages of it. It was a fictional book. Because I used to love fiction stuff, because just imagination running wild. And now to get, years later to actually writing books for kids is something that's quite surreal, and I'm very proud of myself, at least getting there. And there's more books coming out. And the books I've done, the ones that have been out, 3 books have come out. And all 3 have been best-selling in the country in terms of kids' books. So that's something that I'm really proud of. But also shows that there's a huge gap also in terms of books for kids that are Pan-African, that our kids can relate to.
Yeah, there's the one that I know, it's Written in the Stars.
So Written in the Stars is about, so you know how when you're about to get a child, and it's you and your wife, right? And so I'm talking from a man's perspective. And there's so much that goes around the wife's life when they're pregnant. There's so much support. There's so much, the mothers are there, the friends, the sisters, everyone. It's just our culture. But for the man, who's there for you? Nobody. It's sad. Consciously there isn't enough support that you need. And it's, as I said, it's a life changer. So it would be great sometimes to just have people of your tribe to just be there for you. People have been there before, to just tell you this is how it is. It changes a lot. And in the book, it's all about this. So me and my tribe, so my bandmates, my dad, my brother, all coming and doing I call it a baba shower. There's a baby shower and there's a baba shower. So just guys coming together to just really give this guy a lot of, encouragement, tell them there's so many things that happen and for men, as much as we don't talk to each other as much, we really need to, for sure. And that moment of about to get a child, I think is one of the most important moments that if you know your friend is about to get a child, please, just, even if you're not experiencing it, just be there for them. Yeah, be close to them. In fact, the first probably 1 year is one of the toughest years as a man and as a mother as well, for both parents. But it's just for the men, there isn't enough support. There's enough moral support. So that was the whole theme of the book, and it's about naming ceremonies for kids in Africa. So we have different ways of naming kids in all our different cultures. So Kikuyu's name after the grandparents, for example. Luo's wait until seasons. There's all this animals and all these things. So it was just to show that. And when you read the book to some kids, so they go back to their parents and actually ask them, what's the meaning of my name? Where did my name come from? Because parents may do that, but then they don't actually tell their kids that, oh, actually your name came from this. This is what it means. So just to also keep the culture, going and
very, very important part, because nowadays people are naming their names, their kids' names from movie stars.
You know, I don't want to say the name so that it feels. Of course, name your kids whatever you want. That's.
Yeah.